In this video, we will be reviewing this 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4-door.
The Rubicon is the third highest trim level in the Wrangler lineup, which includes the Sport, Sport S, Willys, Sahara, which is only available as a 4-door, Rubicon, Rubicon X, and the Rubicon 392, which is also only available as a 4-door.
The color of this specific Wrangler is called bright white, and this SUV has a starting MSRP of $49,895.
Starting off in the front, the Rubicon has LED headlights, LED daytime running lights and turn signals, and LED fog lights.
The Rubicon also features two front tow hooks that are essential for off-road recovery, as well as this rear tow hook.
There are also these hood vents, which are a nice cosmetic touch.
The Rubicon features remote keyless entry on both front doors and the trunk. Simply grasp the door handle to unlock all doors and press this button to lock them.
This Jeep has 285/70R17 35-inch all-terrain tires that feature larger sidewalls and deeper treads for enhanced off-road performance.
Each wheel also has an icon of the original Jeep on it, which is a cool Easter egg.
This Wrangler features leading link suspension in the front and trailing arm suspension in the rear to provide stability off-road. The combination of these beefy off-road tires and suspension provide the Wrangler with an impressive 10.8 inches of ground clearance.
Around the Wrangler Rubicon, you can find various badges, including the Trail Rated badge, which signifies enhanced traction, water fording, ground clearance, articulation, and maneuverability.
For a more rugged look, all Wranglers come with exposed latches on the doors, hood, and trunk.
In fact, this Wrangler has a 3-piece hardtop, which allows you to remove these front roof panels. This process is quite straightforward. Simply undo these 4 latches and lift the panel up. Then repeat for the passenger side roof panel. As you can now see, the roof area above the driver and passenger are completely exposed to the outside environment. Here are both the front roof panels completely detached and in my living room.
Jeep even provides you with a bag to safely and securely place your front roof panels in.
Step 1. Open up the bag like so. Step 2. Place the driver's side roof panel in the bag. Step 3. Pull the microfiber cloth over the driver's side roof panel. Step 4. Place the passenger side roof panel in the bag. Then zip up the bag. Here are both the roof panels placed securely in the Jeep Freedom panel storage bag. Finally, place the bag in the trunk of the Wrangler and clip the strap over the rear bench seat and affix the bag's latch to the trunk floor.
Then, you can use your factory toolkit to undo these bolts and remove the rear roof panel, which is a more cumbersome process.
You can even fold down the front windshield in a Wrangler.
Jeep also provides a designated section in the trunk of the vehicle to place any removed bolts pertaining to the door hinges, roof, and windshield, which is overall very convenient.
Moving around back, should you choose to modify the tire sizes on this Jeep, the rear brake light bracket is adjustable and moves up and down.
The Wrangler also features a convenient two-part tailgate. The lower section is a swing-out cargo door to quickly place smaller items. For larger cargo, simply open this rear windshield upwards.
Opening the hood is a rather unusual process in the Jeep, as it is all done from the outside. Simply undo the latches on either side of the Jeep and pull on the handle to release the central hood latch. Just like that, you can open the hood of a Jeep and fold it all the way back.
The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon has a 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, which is paired to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. A 6-speed manual transmission is available and would be our preferred transmission option. The engine puts out 285 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and a 260 pound-foot of torque at 4,800 RPM. The Rubicon also gets 16 mpg in the city and 22 mpg in the highway for a combined mpg of 18. The payload capacity of the specific Wrangler is 850 pounds, and it has a towing capacity of 3,500 to 5,000 pounds depending on how it's equipped.
Inside, there are a plethora of storage compartments. The glove box is fairly spacious. There are 2 cup holders in the front and 2 cup holders for the second row. The center console also features 2 storage sections. The first section is rather shallow, and the second section is much deeper and contains a USB port. And there are netted storage pockets on all 4 doors, and behind the driver and passenger seats. The dash also has a shallow storage area for your rubber ducks.
When off-roading, the Wrangler features multiple grab handles to hold on to, like this one, and this one.
Inside the Wrangler are these auxiliary switches that enable you to seamlessly install and integrate up to 4 accessories, like lights, winches, and other electrical equipment.
Another cool feature is that the window switches are in the central control stack, since the doors can be removed.
And when you remove the doors, the mirrors also come off, so remember to check your state's specific laws on driving without mirrors.
This Jeep is also equipped with a manual shift transfer case. To use it, simply shift the transfer case to too high for everyday use in rear-wheel drive around the city or on the freeway. Shift the transfer case into 4 high to send power to all 4 wheels for increased traction in deep snow or mud. This should only be used up to 50 miles an hour. Shifting between 2 high and 4 high can be done while in motion, or at a standstill, and does not necessarily have to be done with the main transmission in neutral like shown.
To shift into neutral and 4 low on the transfer case, drive forward at 1 to 3 miles an hour. Shift the transmission into neutral, and then shift the transfer case into either neutral or 4 low. Shifting into neutral disconnects the transfer case from the axles and is typically used when towing the Wrangler on a flatbed. Shifting into 4 low provides a 4-to-1 gear ratio for use in rock crawling and other torque-demanding situations and cannot be used more than 15 miles an hour. To use the differential locks, 4 low must be engaged. To engage the rear differential lock, simply pull the lever downward. To engage the front and rear differential locks, simply pull the lever upward. There are also visual indications within the gauge cluster and off-road pages in the infotainment system that let you know the status of the locking differentials. When the differential locks are engaged, the vehicle must be operated at speeds less than 10 miles an hour. To unlock all differentials, press this button over to the left.
The Off-Road Plus button disables traction control and adjusts the throttle and transmission shift points for off-road use. First, disable the electronic stability control by pressing and holding on this button for a few seconds while in 4 high. Doing so allows you to engage the rear differential locks in 4 high.
The purpose of disconnecting the sway bar is to provide more suspension travel in off-road situations like rock crawling. To disconnect the sway bar, keep the vehicle still and on level ground. As the sway bar disconnects, you may need to roll forward slightly to complete the process. Once disconnected, do not exceed more than 18 miles an hour. To connect the sway bar back after off-roading, simply repeat the same process.
Moving on to the infotainment system, the new 2026 Wrangler has the Uconnect 5 system, found on 2024 models and up, which is highly intuitive. In the home page, you can customize the widgets to show the radio, phone, climate controls, off-road information, etc. You can also quickly adjust the climate controls by pressing on the icon on the top banner like so. Pressing the drop-down arrow provides shortcuts to accessing the rear camera, notifications, and the compass.
The media page is where you control your FM, AM, and satellite radio stations, as well as Bluetooth. Other multimedia options for the Wrangler include a USB cable, a USB-C cable, or an auxiliary cable for even more listening options.
This screen also allows you to adjust the climate controls within the Wrangler. Although there are a set of buttons underneath the screen that offers a more convenient and intuitive way to adjust the system.
The phone page allows you to connect your phone to the Uconnect system via Bluetooth to take calls, play music, and use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. In the vehicle page, you can monitor important off-road information for your Wrangler, such as the steering angle and status of the differential locks, transfer case, and sway bar. You can also view accessory gauges which provide information such as the oil temperature, battery voltage, and transmission temperature. The Jeep's pitch and roll at low speeds as well as its exact geographical coordinates and altitude are also displayed. Here, there's also a settings tab which allows you to adjust the display, clock, lighting, doors and locks, etc. Most of this is rather uninteresting, except for this one unique feature I found called tire fill assist, which honks the horn and engages the hazard lights to alert you when a tire has reached the desired PSI value. You can also switch between light and dark display modes.
The apps page contains all the features we just spoke about in this icon format, and you can add them to your favorites by pressing the star.
The Wrangler features this beautiful, rugged-looking analog tachometer and speedometer. Near the tachometer, you can see which transfer case gear has been selected. The center screen displays the speed, vehicle information, off-road information, driver assist, fuel economy, trip odometer, stop-start information, audio, messages, and the screen setup page. Within Screen Setup, you can individually customize what information the different parts of the center screen show.
Moving to the second row, there's a bench seat and ample room. With the Rubicon, you get a household-style power outlet, USB, and USB-C ports. There are also these cool circular rear climate control vents.
Inside the Wrangler, there are many Easter eggs. For instance, the startup screen shows an old military Jeep transforming into the new JL Series Jeep. There's also a little military-style Jeep that drives across the bottom of the screen. Within the screen, there is also an image of the original Jeep in the background of the trip odometer. If you look on the front windshield, the bottom left corner has an image of a gorilla, signifying that this Wrangler has Gorilla Glass from Corning. On the bottom right corner, there is another image of a military-style Jeep driving around the front windshield. If you look at the gear lever, recirculating button in the climate controls, and the screen, you can find more Jeeps. On the hood, there is an imprint of flip-flops, which is a tribute to off-road journalist Rick P. Way for his significant design input on the JL Wrangler. To the left of the steering wheel, you can find an imprint of a Jeep Wrangler and Jeep Gladiator. There is also a plaque on the rear cargo door that provides useful information regarding the dimensions of the Jeep, its manufacturing location, and more. I'm sure there are many other Jeep Easter eggs we missed, but feel free to let us know in the comments.
Also, since the entire roof panel can be removed, there is an entire built-in roll cage that helps keep you safe when rock climbing.
The rear seats also fold down 60/40 to reveal even more cargo space. Simply pull on this latch to simultaneously fold the headrests and seats down. This provides a large amount of cargo space, about 72.4 cubic feet to be exact.
Lastly, since Jeep knows that the interior of the Wrangler will get dirty after off-roading, many of the electronics are water-resistant, and there is a rubber lining surrounding many parts. Even the USB and 12-volt outlets have these lids to prevent water from seeping in.
Here, you can see the owner's manual of the 2026 Jeep Wrangler and its manufacturing date on the back, October 8th, 2025.
Here's the key to the 2026 Wrangler, which feels nice and has a tough, rugged look.
Overall, the 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon is an exceptional SUV. It's an American icon, and the new JL series promises some insane off-road capabilities while still being a comfortable daily driver. The ability to remove the roof panels and doors and the wide variety of options available for the Wrangler demonstrate its versatility. In short, there's a Wrangler for everyone.